good, what is it? Whatever it is. More than 70 million doses have been administered. Less than 20,000 of these on the African continent. A global immunity gap puts everyone at risk. Vaccine nationalism is an economic as well as a moral failure. While every country has the right and the duty to protect its own people, no country can afford to neglect the rest of the world. We must close the funding gap, ramp up vaccine production by making licenses widely available and sharing technology, and get doses into the arms of all who need them, starting with health workers and those most at risk around the world. We need a global vaccination campaign to deal with a global pandemic. First, the distribution of vaccines for COVID-19. In today's world, self-interest cannot be separated from solidarity. The global economy is made up of an intricate web of transactions between developed and developing countries. While the pandemic continues to disrupt supply chains, developed countries will not make a full recovery.
English, the Secretary General makes some opening remarks, and then he will be...
The recovery from the pandemic must embrace renewable energy and green and resilient infrastructure. We have an opportunity to end our senseless war on nature and start the healing process. At 5 minutes to midnight, governments are finally starting to listen to scientists, businesses, cities, academia, and in particular the young people who have been global leaders on this issue. Now we need to build on that momentum. The crisis triggered by COVID-19 is not some kind of black swan event. It was and threatening the effectiveness of current vaccines and diagnostics, prolonging. Every country, city, financial institution, and company needs to adopt credible plans for transitioning to net zero emissions by 2050 and take decisive action now to put themselves on the right path. Countries must review their national determined contributions before COP26 in Glasgow to cut globally greenhouse gas emissions by 45% by 2030 compared with 2010 levels. Willing to ask.
I think
Let me just put my glasses and pick the pen.
I think they are willing to ask. Valeria, UN Correspondents Association.
But all vaccinations were postponed 1 week. So, but my time came. I'm going to do it in a school.